Welcome once again to Meltdown Comics in the Nerd Melt Theater. Guess what, everybody? Harmontown is now in session. Let's welcome to the stage the mayor of Harmontown, Dan Harmon!
Thank you. What a lovely group of people you seem to be. On first impression, at least. I got my notes. I got some notes. Well, of course, we lost a legend today. Philip Seymour Hoffman died. Yeah, let's start with that. You should always go with a high-energy opener.
Were you connected to that? When you heard the news, did that affect you?
Well, it did, and that's a testament to the fact that how much respect I think that guy really is worthy of. It's because it's like famous people die, and it's like we only have a relationship to their fame, and I go like, well, he was famous. Hey, the guy that played Klinger on MASH died today, and you're like, aw. You automatically go, aw, because death is bad.
Jimmy Farr died too?
No. I didn't mean to upset you, no. Okay. But I'm saying I was picking like a random person and it's like, well, I mean, at this point, he's just a famous name. He's just a name you know. And then there's people that pass that you go, oh shit, holy fuck, that's terrible that they're gone. And yes, I have equated that against the fact that millions of us die every day. Philip Seymour Hoffman was worth a couple 100,000 normal people at least. He was a good fucking actor. I'm bummed he's dead, even though we all die every day.
I watched a bunch of the coverage of it, and I was bummed out. Not that I was ever very close to him. And I couldn't separate the idea that are they covering this so much because he won an Oscar, because he's great, because he's a good theater actor, or what? But I was surprised the level of coverage that got.
Well, I think truly, I mean, this is well, here's my answer to that. He won an Oscar because he's great. There's coverage because he won an Oscar. He won an Oscar because he's great. He was a theater actor. He was a good fucking actor. He was really, really good. I watched Capote today. I don't know. We picked a PSH movie to watch to mourn him. We rolled into Boogie Nights, but I had to come here. But every movie he's in, he makes better. He's never been bad. He's just a good actor. He's one of those rare actors who doesn't just inhabit characters and oh, that's amazing. He really seems Russian. That's a type of good acting. There's another type of good acting that's like, wow, Woody Allen's really good at being himself, even though he's just a writer on screen, talking about his feelings. That's another type of good acting.
Well, but
Philip Seymour Hoffman put himself into people who were nothing like him. And Capote was one of those amazing, amazing examples. You really don't know what you're watching. If you see footage of Truman Capote and then you see footage of Philip Seymour Hoffman and then you watch that movie, you really are watching a miracle happen. In my opinion, it's true. He's not doing a Rich Little impression of Truman Capote, but he's certainly talking funny the way Truman Capote did, which I have no idea how you could possibly do that and still emote. And there are scenes in that movie, and that movie is riveting. And so, even if there was a bad actor in that role, I think that would be one of my favorite stories. But the camera pushes on him, and it's just fucking only thing that's for sale is him just bursting into tears, and it is as amazing as watching a fireworks display.
Now he died. We can, I think, assume from the reports that we have already that it was a heroin overdose. That wasn't big news. Like Justin Bieber egged some houses. That's giant news.
Right.
This guy was a heroin addict and has kids and is cool.
No, it wasn't. Well, he was struggling with it. It was like Robert Downey Jr. It was like we were in his corner. He was struggling with it for a long time, and that's the crazy thing about our point of view on drugs in this society. I find it very strange. Hoffman was straight for 11 years or something. He battled battled and battled with it. And we all have to accept at this point, I'm not asking the truck drivers listening to feel sorry, to shed a tear for the famous actors of the world, but we have to accept at this point with Heath Ledger and Robert Downey Jr., and we have to accept that if you're really good, if you're really capable of genuine charisma on camera, and not a lot of us can fill that job, that there's some overlap between that and there's a challenge with the stuff, and we go back and forth between treating it as a challenge and as an indulgence. And I do want to give a special wag of the dick to Val Kilmer for his terrible. Like, I was looking at all the celebrity tweets, Is
that our new segment, Dan Harmon's wag of the dick?
At Val Kilmer. Because I'm on his...
Every week you're going to wag your dick at Val Kilmer.
I'm on his case now. I'm got week after week. I'm going to call out Val Kilmer on something. I'm going to watch him now. Because I was surprised at the amount of class and restraint and genuine, sincere, emotional mourning going on Twitter by famous people who aren't exactly famous all the time for their tact, their grace. Sometimes if you're famous for being a really good actor, maybe you're a bit of a jackass on Twitter. Sometimes you can be famous for being a jackass on Twitter and do a show at Meltdown and pull in like 100 people. But I was amazed because I scanned down the list. They always do that aggregate story. Hollywood reacts on Twitter to Screen Legend's death, and I was like, where's the bad guy? Where is he? Val Kilmer. Does anybody have his tweet pulled up? It was he did a lot of Prince-like abbreviation, like he would spell blue, B-L-U. He didn't have time to blue day for the thing. It was like the idea that a good guy had died was about 10% of his 140 characters, and then the rest of it was crammed in with abbreviations about how drugs are bad things. Sometimes people feel like they need to escape through them, but you don't need to do that, man. You got to keep your strength up. It's like, wow, a little. That's a good time to pontificate about your view on things in the middle of a eulogy.
Pull up a Val Kilmer tweet right now.
Okay, thank you.
Tyler in the front row has one for us.
This is Val Kilmer's tweet. This is my new segment called Tisk Tisk Val Kilmer.
Should we get theme music for that? Or...
Blue Day spelled like Blu-ray. Tisk tisk, Val Kilmer, you did something naughty. I'm watching you, you've acted rather hardy. Why you carry yourself that way? Online. Thank you. Blue Day, spelled like Blu-ray. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. That's autocorrect, right? He's using a Sony phone. And then, you want a Blu-ray? The phone says, no, it's a Blue Day, Samsung Sony 2000.
So it's sick Blu-ray? It says
no. I'm sorry. Val Kilmer starts his tweet, Blue Day.
Okay.
But he spells the word blue the way you spell blue in Blu-ray. B-L-U.
Okay. Or he's from Belle Biv DeVoe.
Jeff was
She broke a needle and she can't sew.
I'm not going to shock anyone with this news. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Jeff came here directly from the drawing room. It's been a long day.
I'm drunk.
Yeah. You made a face like you were about to say I'm sober. Like you're. Yes.
Are you sober?
Probably not.
Come on.
If I know me. But this is a rare day where I'm relative to you. I'm like, hey, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining.
Well, okay. You're about to.
No. I'm not complaining. I would never complain. That would be instant karma so fast. I'm gonna be as drunk as you in the next 20 minutes.
I'm just tired.
All right. This segment's gone way too long.
Read the tweet.
Okay. Let's start from the top though. This segment's called Tisk Tisk Val Kilmer.
Guess who walking bird
Naughty, naughty. Worst Batman. You know it. Not his fault, just bad casting. That's weird casting, and that's George Clooney's been Batman, and even that was swallowable. Val Kilmer?
Michael Keaton? Hey. Michael Keaton.
Oh! That's an interesting little groundswell of... what was it about Michael Keaton's portrayal of Batman that's defensible? His heart was in it. I don't know. He was the size of an actual bat, but you felt like he was like, yeah, fuck you, Michael Keaton as Batman, and like I don't know. I felt like he's
the first guy to whisper, "I'm Batman," and you liked it because he whispered it like it was good.
And he's arguably the best thing about that movie.
That was in a rare time when Michael Keaton had a license to print money. He was in everything. He was Mr. Mom. He was in Gung Ho. He was in every goddamn thing.
Yeah, well, let's travel back in time to that day. Like, not to the point where you don't have to give him as much credit as we have to give him. Like Bruce Willis in Die Hard. He was Michael Keaton he wasn't coming off of Mr. Mom. It was weird when they announced that Michael Keaton was going to be in a Batman suit. It was weird for everybody. But all the Frank Miller like Die Hards kind of went. Whatever Tim Burton wants, like they're making a Batman movie.
Was that his first choice?
Movie.
Did someone say no before Michael Keaton? Somebody must have, right?
It was Elizabeth Mastrantonio.
For real? For real?
Yeah, a woman. This won't be one of our more popular segments, but it will be. It have the best mileage.
It's becoming my favorite already.
This guy's iPhone went to sleep already. Now you gotta. Tyler's gonna put his biometrics back into it to start it up. Thank you. All right, so here we go. Blue Day. Philip Seymour Hoffman ODD'd. Not died. ODD.
OD apostrophe D?
That's correct.
All right.
Addiction comes from. That's an abbreviation of from. Addiction comes from trying to escape the pain of living. We all struggle with this, but drugs, capital D on drugs, never help. So that's a good 5% spent on the eternal soul of the man you supposedly respect. And, 95% what you've got to say about some fucking bullshit. And I just find that within the span of the same tweet, Val Kilmer, I'm just telling you, there's no rule book for it, but let me start to write it. You're chapter 1. That's tacky. All right. So there we go. Oh, thank you for your... That was Val Kilmer. And hey, you can redeem yourself, Mr. Kilmer.
By coming on our show.
You can come down through the skylight if you like. And fight me with your sharp little wing weapons.
What's your beef with his Batman?
No. I don't really have one. Honestly, I swear. But he gave it his all too. He was a handsome man at that time. I don't know. That movie was just a bad experience for anyone to have if you were alive back then. It was just a bad thing to happen.
I'm pretty sure everybody here was.
But yeah, so and it was just
nobody here is 12.
All right, so let's move on. We got over that tragedy, but yeah, I don't know. Guy was a good actor, well deserving of public mourning and our respect. And I'm telling you, I mean, that guy is gonna now, because we take these people for granted, national treasures, I would call them. Go back and watch every movie that has Philip Seymour Hoffman in it, and now even it's not like we didn't recognize the fact that he was a good actor, but holy shit, he's gonna be like a legend. And it's a shame because he would have been so fucking good for the next 30 years. It's terrible. He was 46 years old. Terrible.
Steve Martin tweeted today that he saw him do Willy Loman and said that it was the best Willy Loman that he'd ever seen. Like he was that good. Like he was a hell of a theater actor.
I can't even begin to imagine. Yeah, seeing him live on stage.